Ever caught your cat staring intensely at a completely empty corner, eyes dilated, ears twitching as if they're watching something, or someone invisible crawl across the wall? You joke about ghosts, but your skin crawls because they look so certain. Well, stop looking for spirits. The truth of what your cat actually sees in that empty space is far more incredible and a little bit more terrifying than any paranormal theory you've ever heard. Let's dive into the hidden world of feline vision. The first thing you have to understand is that your cat is not living in the same visual reality as you are. While human eyes are biologically filtered to see a specific, narrow spectrum of light, cats possess what can only be described as a biological superpower. They see in ultraviolet. To us, a white wall is just a flat, blank, and stationary surface. To a cat, that same wall is a glowing, vibrating map of organic traces and chemical histories. Imagine walking into a room that looks perfectly clean to the naked eye, but then turning on a forensic blacklight. Suddenly, everything changes. For years, we assumed cats saw a muted version of our world, but recent breakthroughs have shattered that assumption. A groundbreaking study published in 2014 by researchers at City University London and the University of Georgia provided compelling evidence that cats, along with several other mammals, possess lenses in their eyes that are transparent to ultraviolet UV light. This allows them to perceive a hidden dimension that humans, whose lenses filter out UV, simply cannot access. Researchers found that this ability isn't an anomaly, but a sophisticated evolutionary adaptation. Cats are essentially viewing the world through a UV lens. They can see urine marks from other animals, tiny patterns on flower petals, and glowing tracks of dried insect trails that are chemically distinct but visually identical to the surrounding paint to our eyes. When your cat stares at a blank spot, they are often tracking the glowing trail of a pheromone or observing microscopic fibers dancing in a light draft, both rendered visible only through their unique UV perceiving vision. Furthermore, their eyes are exceptionally sensitive to detecting light in low-light conditions, thanks to a higher concentration of rod cells compared to humans, allowing them to make out intricate details and textures in the darkest corners where we perceive only shadows. They aren't staring into emptiness, they are observing a high-definition fluorescent map of the environment that our eyes have evolved to ignore. When they lock onto that void, they are witnessing a complex interaction of light, chemistry, and physics that exists completely outside of our perception, transforming a boring wall into a visually stimulating data stream. It isn't just about what they see, but how they perceive the very fabric of time and motion. A cat's brain processes visual information significantly faster than ours, a concept scientists call flicker fusion frequency. This means they can detect motion at a rate much higher than we can. While we see the world as a smooth continuum, cats are processing visual data in rapid snapshots, effectively seeing movements in what we would call slow motion. This heightened temporal resolution allows them to react quickly and track fast-moving objects with unparalleled precision, a critical skill for any ambush predator. If you are watching a movie at 24 frames per second, it appears as continuous motion. To a cat, it might look like a flickering slideshow. The cat's retina is dominated by rods, which are optimized for detecting motion and function efficiently in dim light, unlike our retinas, which contain a greater proportion of cones for detecting color and fine detail. While cats sacrifices color vision, seeing the world in shades of blue and yellow, they gain a dramatic advantage in perceiving movement, especially in low-light environments. This is why a simple play toy can become an intensely thrilling hunt for them. Every twitch and vibration is exaggerated and clear. That empty corner of your room is actually a playground of kinetic energy. Tiny air currents caused by your air conditioning, the heat rising from a laptop, or a microscopic draft seeping under a door frame move dust motes, stray hairs, and even tiny insects in complex, erratic patterns. While you see a static room, your cat sees a chaotic, swirling dance of particles. They aren't just watching these movements, they are anticipating them. This incredible visual acuity is further enhanced by their acute hearing. Cats can hear ultrasonic frequencies, ranging up to 60 kHz or higher, far beyond the 20 kHz limit of human hearing. This allows them to detect the high-pitched sounds produced by small rodents and insects, noises that we simply can't perceive. Researchers have noted that cats possess an exceptional ability to localize the source of sounds with remarkable accuracy, a skill that works in tandem with their vision to create a comprehensive sensory map of their surroundings. When a cat stares into a corner, they are often triangulating a sound or tracking a microscopic movement, synthesizing a world of sensory input that remains entirely hidden from our duller human senses. They are not merely observing, they are analyzing and interpreting a reality that is vastly richer and more complex than we can imagine. Finally, we have to look at the psychological hardwiring of the feline brain, the predator's focus. We often joke about Greebles, those invisible entities that only cats can see, but the truth is rooted in millions of years of evolution. Cats are obligate carnivores and ambush predators, meaning their survival has always depended on detecting the slightest inconsistency or movement in their environment. This is not just a matter of passive observation. It's an intensely active process of cognitive processing, where every sensory input is analyzed for potential predatory significance. The feline brain is optimized to identify pattern-breaking stimuli that might signal prey or a threat. In the wild, a single twitch of a blade of grass could mean the difference between a successful hunt and starvation. In your modern apartment, this instinct hasn't disappeared. It has simply shifted its focus to the mundane details of your home. A flickering shadow cast by a passing car, the subtle movement of a dust speck in a light draft, or even the microscopic shift in a shadow pattern can trigger a cat's hyperfocus. Their brain enters a cognitive loop where they block out all external stimuli, including you calling their name or waving a toy. They are analyzing a data point, calculating distance, speed, and potential trajectory. This unblinking concentration, the dilated pupils, and the absolute stillness create the eerie impression that they are engaged with something supernatural, when in reality, they are processing intricate visual data. This predatory drive is supported by specialized neural pathways in their visual cortex that are highly tuned to detecting movement, especially in the periphery. Even a fleeting, phantom-like shadow that our eyes might dismiss is registered as a potentially significant event in the feline brain. The phenomenon of the zoomies often begins with a cat staring intently at a wall before suddenly bolting, a behavior likely triggered by a sudden perception of movement, however microscale it may have been, that sent their predatory instincts into overdrive. Their perception of the world is shaped by a constant flow of sensory data that keeps them on permanent high alert. They are not talking to spirits or hunting ghosts. They are simply the ultimate guardians of a world we can only guess exists. A world where the empty corner is actually teeming with life, motion, and fascinating complexity. They are not living with us. We are living with them in a shared reality that is far more vibrant and detailed than we can ever experience. So the next time your cat freezes and stares into the void, don't worry, they aren't talking to spirits. They are just living in a high-speed, ultraviolet world that we are simply too human to see. If you want to finally understand the secret language and weird behaviors of your cat, hit that follow button and join our community. Check out my other videos to learn why cats follow you to the bathroom or what their meows actually mean. See you in the next one.